human liver is one of the body's most extraordinary organs. It filters toxins, processes nutrients, balances chemicals, and performs hundreds of life-sustaining functions every single day. Among its most remarkable abilities is regeneration, the power to repair itself after injury. Yet even this resilient organ has limits. When exposed to alcohol for too long or in excess, it begins to weaken, scar, and eventually lose its ability to heal. The good news is that if you act early and decisively, the liver can often recover from the damage alcohol has caused. But timing, commitment, and consistency are everything. Alcohol affects the liver more than any other organ because it is the body's detox center. Every sip of alcohol passes through it. The liver's job is to neutralize ethanol, breaking it down so it can leave the body safely. During this process, however, toxic byproducts like acetaldehyde form, inflaming and destroying liver cells. When drinking becomes chronic, the organ is forced to repeat this damage repair cycle continuously, eventually exhausting its healing capacity. What begins as mild fat accumulation can quietly escalate into inflammation and, later, irreversible scarring. That's why understanding the stages of alcohol-associated liver injury is key to reversing it. In its earliest stage, alcohol use leads to a condition called fatty liver, or hepatic steatosis. At this point, fat droplets begin accumulating inside liver cells, making the organ heavier and less efficient. This stage rarely causes symptoms, which makes it dangerously deceptive. Yet it's also the most reversible. If alcohol intake stops completely, fat deposits can gradually disappear, and liver cells can return to normal within a few weeks or months. Quitting early allows the liver's natural regenerative systems to reset, flushing out stored toxins and rebuilding damaged tissue. If drinking continues, inflammation follows, a stage often referred to as alcoholic hepatitis. Here, the liver becomes swollen and tender. People may start noticing fatigue, nausea, or yellowing of the skin and eyes. Internally, the immune system begins attacking damaged liver cells, amplifying the injury. Although this stage sounds severe, recovery is still possible. The key is absolute abstinence from alcohol and medical support to reduce inflammation and control complications. Once the inflammation subsides, new cells can grow, and function can return closer to normal. But if neglected, this stage may progress to the most serious form, cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is the phase when scar tissue replaces healthy liver cells. These scars distort the organ's structure and block blood flow, preventing it from doing its job. Unfortunately, this damage cannot be reversed. Scars do not turn back into living tissue. However, further harm can still be prevented, and life expectancy can improve dramatically if alcohol is stopped permanently. Many people who quit drinking after cirrhosis diagnosis experience better energy, reduced fluid retention, and slower disease progression. So even when repair is no longer complete, recovery and function is still achievable. Stopping alcohol use is not just beneficial, it is absolutely essential. There is no drug, no supplement, and no shortcut that can restore liver health without first eliminating alcohol. Once consumption ends, the body begins redirecting its energy from detoxifying ethanol towards cellular repair. The liver uses amino acids, antioxidants, and micronutrients to rebuild itself. Within days of quitting, inflammation begins to subside. Within weeks, enzyme levels in the blood may start normalizing. Within months, fat deposits and minor scarring can fade, and the liver's structure can begin to resemble its healthier form again. For individuals who have struggled with heavy drinking, quitting can be one of the hardest steps. Alcohol can alter brain chemistry, making dependence both physical and psychological. That's why seeking professional help is often necessary. Doctors can design personalized plans to manage withdrawal safely, and medications such as acamprosate, disulfiram, or naltrexone can help control cravings. Counseling, support groups, and structured rehabilitation programs all provide accountability and coping tools. Recovery from alcohol use disorder is a gradual process, but every day of sobriety contributes directly to liver healing. After abstinence, nutrition becomes the foundation of repair. Alcohol often deprives the body of essential vitamins and minerals, particularly B vitamins, vitamin D, and zinc, which are vital for liver regeneration. A balanced diet rich in lean protein, fruits, vegetables, and complex carbohydrates provides the nutrients the liver needs to rebuild. Proteins supply amino acids that support cell repair. Antioxidants like vitamin E help neutralize the free radicals alcohol leaves behind. Reducing sodium intake can minimize swelling, while avoiding sugary and processed foods lightens the liver's metabolic load. Eating smaller, balanced meals throughout the day helps maintain stable energy and supports digestion without overtaxing the liver. Hydration is equally critical. Alcohol is dehydrating, and adequate water intake helps flush out lingering toxins. Herbal teas, especially those containing milk thistle or dandelion root, are sometimes used to support liver function, though medical supervision is advised before taking any supplement. Some over-the-counter herbal blends can stress the liver further, especially when it's already healing. Always consult a healthcare provider before adding supplements. Exercise complements recovery too. Physical activity boosts circulation, helping oxygen and nutrients reach liver cells more efficiently. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, an important factor since obesity accelerates liver damage. Even moderate activities such as brisk walking, light jogging, or yoga can improve overall liver function and reduce fat buildup. Consistency matters more than intensity. Regular motion helps keep the body's metabolic systems balanced and resilient. The liver's ability to recover varies for everyone. Some people notice improvement within a few weeks of quitting alcohol, while others require months or even years for significant repair. Early stages like fatty liver can completely reverse within 2 to 3 months of sobriety. Moderate inflammation may take several more months. Even when scarring exists, the liver often adapts by enlarging its remaining healthy sections to compensate for lost tissue. Patience, persistence, and total abstinence remain the pillars of this process. Monitoring progress through medical testing is essential. Blood tests like ALT, AST, and bilirubin levels show whether the liver's function is improving. Imaging scans such as ultrasounds or MRIs can reveal changes in liver size, density, and fat accumulation. Doctors may also perform a fibroscan to measure stiffness, an indicator of scarring. These results can help track how well your body is responding to lifestyle changes and guide any additional treatment needed. In severe cases, when cirrhosis has advanced too far, a liver transplant might become the only option. Many transplant centers require patients to maintain several months of sobriety before being considered eligible. The reason is simple. Continuing alcohol use can damage a new liver just as easily as the old one. For those who achieve and maintain abstinence, transplantation can restore normal liver function and drastically improve life expectancy. However, the best transplant is prevention, protecting and nurturing the liver before it reaches that point. Beyond physical healing, mental recovery plays a major role. Alcohol dependence often leaves emotional scars as deep as the physical ones. Stress, guilt, and depression can make relapse more likely. Practices like meditation, therapy, and community support are powerful tools for rebuilding not just the liver, but also overall well-being. A calm, stable mind supports a healthy body. Both are essential for long-term repair. One of the most inspiring aspects of liver recovery is how quickly the body starts rewarding effort. Within 7 days of quitting alcohol, energy levels rise and digestion improves. After 2 to 3 weeks, liver enzymes begin returning toward normal, and inflammation subsides. By the 3rd month, fat deposits decrease, and tissue regeneration is visible under medical scans. Within half a year, many people regain nearly full liver function, provided they remain sober and maintain healthy habits. For others, progress continues gradually for a year or more. Every stage of healing proves that the body remembers how to recover once it's given the chance. Ultimately, repairing liver damage after alcohol is not about finding a miracle cure. It's about allowing the body's natural intelligence to work again. The liver has an extraordinary memory for balance and survival. With proper care, it can forgive years of neglect. But it demands respect, total abstinence from alcohol, mindful nutrition, medical guidance, movement, and patience. Each of these elements is a piece of the same puzzle, working together to restore vitality. When you stop drinking, you're not just protecting an organ. You're reclaiming energy, focus, and clarity. The skin brightens, the eyes clear, the mind sharpens. The changes aren't only internal. They're visible in the mirror and felt in every breath. The decision to quit is more than a health choice. It's a turning point where the body's natural renewal begins again. Each meal becomes a small act of repair when chosen mindfully. Once alcohol has been eliminated, your liver begins to rely on what you feed it to rebuild and sustain itself. This stage of recovery isn't about drastic measures or magic detox drinks. It's about consistent nourishment, gentle movement, and a calm, steady lifestyle that allows regeneration to continue uninterrupted. The liver thrives in stability. What damages it most isn't only alcohol, but also inconsistency, the cycles of stress, poor diet, and neglect that keep the body in survival mode. Healing requires patience and discipline as much as medical awareness. After weeks of sobriety, your metabolism starts finding balance again. Fat stored inside liver cells begins to decrease, inflammation quiets down, and energy production improves. You might feel your digestion smooth out, your appetite stabilize, and your mood even out. These are signs your body is shifting from crisis management to genuine renewal. But this progress needs protection. The same choices that help the liver recover must now become part of a lifelong habit. Otherwise, the damage can easily return. One of the most effective ways to protect this progress is through balanced nutrition. A diet that supports liver regeneration focuses on clean, whole foods that require minimal effort from the body to process. Fresh vegetables, fruits, legumes, and lean proteins act like repair material for liver tissue. Green leafy vegetables assist in flushing toxins. Citrus fruits provide antioxidants that neutralize lingering alcohol byproducts. Garlic and turmeric reduce internal inflammation. Nuts and seeds add healthy fats that stabilize hormone function. Eating regularly, 3 to 4 smaller meals per day, keeps blood sugar balanced and prevents stress on the digestive system. Hydration is just as vital as food. The liver depends on water to carry waste products through the bloodstream and out of the body. Alcohol dehydrates cells, leaving the liver sluggish and overworked. Replacing that lost fluid helps enzymes function efficiently again. Sipping water throughout the day rather than consuming large amounts at once is best. Adding lemon or cucumber can assist natural detoxification pathways. Herbal teas, especially those made from milk thistle or licorice root, can help reduce inflammation and support bile production, but only under professional supervision. While herbal remedies may sound harmless, some supplements can interfere with medications or stress an already sensitive liver, so medical approval is important. The next crucial step in the repair journey is movement. Physical activity acts as a catalyst for regeneration. When you move, blood flow increases, delivering oxygen and nutrients directly to liver cells. Exercise also helps regulate insulin, reduce fat accumulation, and build strength, all vital for someone recovering from alcohol's impact. You don't need intense workouts. Gentle, consistent motion does more good than sporadic extremes. Walking, cycling, stretching, or yoga can dramatically improve circulation and mood. The key is frequency. Moving daily, even for 20 to 30 minutes, strengthens the body's natural recovery systems. Mental health plays a deeper role than many realize. Chronic drinking not only harms the body but also leaves behind emotional debris, guilt, anxiety, and restlessness. These feelings can trigger relapse or prevent full recovery. Stress hormones, particularly cortisol, can worsen inflammation and slow liver healing. That's why emotional care is part of physical treatment. Meditation, therapy, journaling, or even quiet solitude can calm the nervous system and help you reconnect with your body's signals. The more relaxed you are, the better your organs can perform their repair work. The liver responds positively to calm, steady internal rhythms, the opposite of the chaos alcohol creates. During this phase, medical guidance remains essential. Even if you feel better, ongoing checkups help track enzyme levels and detect silent inflammation. Blood tests for ALT, AST, and bilirubin reveal whether your liver's detox systems are functioning normally. Imaging tests such as ultrasounds or fibroscans can show the texture and density of liver tissue, an indicator of how much fat or scarring remains. Regular follow-up appointments keep your progress visible, measurable, and safe. Many people find motivation in seeing their lab results improve month after month. Micronutrients are another focus. Heavy drinkers often experience deficiencies in vitamins like B1, B9, B12, D, and minerals like zinc and selenium. These nutrients are essential for metabolism, DNA repair, and cellular regeneration. Replenishing them through food is the best option, but supplementation may be necessary under a doctor's supervision. Vitamin B complex supports energy and nerve health. Vitamin D strengthens immunity. Zinc aids in tissue recovery, and selenium defends against oxidative stress. When taken correctly, these nutrients act like small sparks reigniting the liver's natural healing engine. If damage was advanced, for instance, in cases of cirrhosis, the goal shifts from complete reversal to prevention of further harm. While scarring can't disappear, the healthy portions of the liver can still function effectively if protected. Doctors may recommend specific medications to manage complications or reduce inflammation. Prednisolone, for example, can help control immune overreactions in severe hepatitis. Diuretics might be used to manage fluid buildup. Every prescription should be monitored carefully because the recovering liver metabolizes drugs differently. Never self-medicate during this phase. Even over-the-counter painkillers can strain liver function if misused. Lifestyle transformation continues beyond diet and medication. Proper sleep, consistent routines, and reduced exposure to toxins are equally important. The liver does most of its repair work at night during deep sleep. Going to bed and waking up at consistent times supports this natural rhythm. Avoiding unnecessary chemicals, such as certain cleaning agents or aerosol sprays, reduces additional toxin load. Choosing natural household products and eating organic when possible helps minimize exposure to synthetic compounds that burden the liver's detox pathways. The journey of recovery also requires community. Isolation often fuels addiction, while connection encourages healing. Support groups or therapy sessions allow people to share experiences and stay accountable. Hearing others' success stories reinforces hope and determination. Whether it's through structured programs or informal networks, human support can be as vital as medicine. It transforms the mindset from "I'm fighting alone" to "I'm rebuilding alongside others." That mental shift can sustain sobriety through difficult days. Time plays the final and perhaps most underestimated role. The liver's healing pace depends on the duration and intensity of previous alcohol use, as well as genetics, age, and overall health. Some see improvement within a few weeks. For others, it may take 6 months to a year to feel completely renewed. Fatty liver can disappear within 2 to 3 months of quitting. Moderate inflammation may need half a year. Severe damage might stabilize rather than reverse, but even stabilization is a victory. It means the body has stopped breaking down and started maintaining itself again. Doctors often measure progress in milestones. After the first week of abstinence, enzymes start balancing. After 3 weeks, inflammation declines. After 2 months, fat stores shrink and the organ's texture softens. By the 6th month, energy returns, digestion improves, and concentration sharpens. Around the 1-year mark, many report feeling like they have a new body entirely. This transformation isn't dramatic or sudden. It's gradual, silent, and profoundly real. Every day without alcohol is a microscopic repair your body performs on your behalf. The emotional satisfaction that comes with recovery is deep. When you quit alcohol and support your body with care, you rediscover vitality. Your skin clears, your focus sharpens, and your immune system becomes more responsive. More importantly, you regain trust in your body, something addiction often erodes. You begin to sense when you're tired, when you're hungry, when you need rest, and when you feel gratitude. This reconnection is the true sign that healing is underway. Even after complete recovery, vigilance must continue. The liver's regenerative power is remarkable, but it doesn't make it invincible. Reintroducing alcohol, even casually, risks undoing the progress. For some, one drink may not seem dangerous. For others, it can reignite old patterns. Understanding your limits and respecting the body's warnings is part of maturity in healing. Prevention becomes a daily practice. Choosing water over wine, movement over lethargy, calm over chaos. There's something poetic about the liver's story. It is the only internal organ capable of growing back after being damaged. Yet it depends entirely on our choices to do so. It forgives, but it never forgets. The scars, even microscopic ones, remind us of what happens when we push the body beyond its limits. But they also testify to our resilience. Proof that even after years of neglect, recovery is possible. Repairing liver damage after alcohol isn't about chasing perfection. It's about creating harmony. The liver teaches patience, discipline, and respect for life itself. It shows that true healing isn't instant. It's the steady return to balance, one day at a time. When alcohol fades from your life, the fog that once dulled your body and mind lifts, revealing a clarity that feels almost spiritual. That clarity, that renewed energy, is your reward for every sacrifice made along the way. In the end, healing the liver is about more than medicine or science. It's a declaration that you value yourself enough to stop destroying what keeps you alive. It's a quiet but powerful act of self-respect, and for many, the beginning of an entirely new life.